Good afternoon. Welcome to Tune In Tuesdays. This is Cindy Gross's show, Right for America, Issues That Unite, Don't Ignite. And today I am filling in for Cindy while she is observing the Jewish holiday of Passover. And on behalf of Cindy and the America First Warehouse, we wish you and yours a blessed Passover season. Today we are doing something very different. We are doing a special edition for the America First Warehouse, and we bring to you Joe LeBach, the owner of the America First Warehouse, and the amazing, talented Elena Ruseva, the artist that is widely known for her beautiful artwork, which we will show you today. So stay tuned for something brand new and special as we show you the warehouse and Elena's artwork. Thank you for tuning in.
Tune In Tuesday. Thank you, Teresa Mack. T-Mac is what we like to call her around here. I am so blessed to be here. Are you sticking around? Should I get you a chair?
I was going to sneak off in a minute, but I'm going to go. And if you guys enjoy your show.
You can certainly stay. We got a lot.
You guys got a lot to do.
You're our friend, and we'd love to have you here, Teresa. All right, right next to me is the great Lena Rusiev. Rusiev, the Russian. You got to say it when you roll your tongue. It sounds more Russian. Correct. Lena is here to spend some time with us. Yes, it is a blessed week with the holiday, Passover holiday, going into the Easter holiday. We're excited to bring you some information and how we got here. How did this happen? How did this happen, Lena? How did you get here? Lena Rusiev from Russia. How did you come to the United States? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to talk about your incredible art.
So, as you know, I was born in Soviet Union when it was already in decline, and I saw all bright sides of communism, including lack of food, clothes, and even toilet paper, and tons of propaganda how West is dying and capitalism is gonna fall soon, probably tomorrow, or already yesterday. And when USSR collapsed, I'm gonna be honest with you,
Please.
I was crying because all what I knew since I was born is just a propaganda. I knew that communists are good, capitalists are bad, and all what I had in my teenage head that now capitalists will come after me and definitely will kill me. So for me it was a big drama. And it was same for many Soviet people. And it was pretty complicated to detox from this propaganda to see world more clearly and what is going on really in United States, in Western Europe, in whole world. So it took time, but I guess I did well. So I traveled a lot all over the world for work. I was pretty successful in Russia working and on top positions in some businesses. And when I came to United States 1, 2, 3 times as a tourist, I just fell in love with this country. And I decided that I want to chase my American dream and come here actually for good and all and achieve here whatever I can achieve. And when I arrived here, unfortunately, I saw how United States just rolling down to socialism, especially after Biden was elected. During Obama time, it was not the best time for America, let's be honest. But when Biden became a president, it became just terrible.
Biden was the worst president in the history of the United States. Can you upstairs in the control room maybe go through some of the artwork as Lane is talking and telling us about where she came from? Because I am very curious to find out how you actually migrated into the country. Can you tell me that? Did you go through the border? Did you apply for a visa? How did you come to the United States?
First of all, I got a visa as a tourist. I went through American embassy. I went through whole check of my background, Homeland Security check that I have 0 felonies on me, that I have stable income, I have property, I have good education, I have enough money to come here to spend it during my vacation. They called my boss, they called my friends, they checked everything on me to make sure that I'm mentally and physically healthy and financially stable. I'm honest and I'm welcome here. I appreciate this process and I wish all tourists and immigrants go through the same process, because when I came here, your country, now it's my country, but back then it was your country, everyone was sure that everything is fine and I'm not going to harm anything in this country or anybody in this country.
I think that's pretty much incredible that you went through this process. Now, you had so where were you in Russia? Where did you live? Were you in Moscow? Were you near the Gulag or whatever they, Siberia?
I was living in Moscow almost all my life. I was born in Moldova. It was republic in Soviet Union, but my mom took me to Moscow when I was 7 years old. So, like my childhood, all my teenage and youth, I spent in Moscow. I finished Moscow Pedagogical University. I started to study, by the way, in university when I was 15 years old. I had no other choice because nobody knew if whole education will be for money or it's going to be for free. And my parents were scared, so they just told me, you have to finish your high school faster in 2 months, and then in 2 months prepared for university pass exam. So I started to study when I was 15 and finished when I was 20. I got my master degree in sociology and economic and law. It's for our liberal friends who say that all MAGA people do not have education, don't read books, and basically dumb. So go get same education, and then we will talk, guys.
Well, my buddy Johnny Boy will be here on the next segment sitting with us. But him and I like the books with pictures. And there's so many pictures that you have done and so many ideas that you come across to create this artwork. And now that you're talking about the Russian as a little girl, behind me on my right side, if you can just back out a little bit or get that shot over my shoulder, is Ronald Reagan's shot. You had it. There you go. That's a good one right there. Can you explain to me where Ronald Reagan, his face is, and what he's looking at? We have about 3 minutes left. I want to focus on this picture because I know it means so much to you.
I always excited to paint some art, to create some art pieces. I always excited when I'm getting some ideas and start work and during my work. But you know what? It's the only one guy who gave me chills and made me cry, literally. Because deep in my subconsciousness still there is somewhere small, like little girl who is scared and freaked out just hearing his name. Because all my childhood, from all our medias, we had basically 2 TV channels only. It was enough, and radio, that's it. We heard every day 24/7 that Reagan just dedicated all his life to erase each Soviet person, so just kill us. And when I couldn't fall asleep at nighttime, I was laying in my bed and I tried to hear if bomb is arriving to my roof or not. So can you imagine just size of this fear? I literally was afraid that he literally want to kill me. I don't know how he knows that I exist even, but I was sure that he's gonna come after me. And when I painted this painting, I just wanted to dedicate something to another great president of United States. It was emotionally complicated for me.
Wow, what a story there. And, you know, I recall, too, Ronald Reagan as the president, and I do recall his eyes looking over the Western world and letting us know that you are safe and you are free and you can be the person you want to be. This is the greatest civilization that you can be part of. But yet, in Elena's life, the Russia 2 channels, now we had 3 channels growing up, and they were all propaganda, ABC, CBS, NBC, right? That's what we had. We had nothing but propaganda as well as we're learning about this now. So only on stations like this, okay, Right for America with Cindy Gross, can you get the truth. Cindy Gross, the Jewish patriot that she is, and I wish her a wonderful Passover today with her family, has given us the opportunity, Lena, to come in here and take her time to share the work. Now, were you allowed to practice? We had a minute and a half left. Religion in Russia?
Oh, no way. Religion was erased by Lenin because they called it opium, like heavy drugs for folks. It was prohibited. We learned hard that people are just monkeys who became people through hard work. There is no soul. There is nothing like a sense of life. All sense of life, it just built a bright communistic future, and that's it. If you try to practice something, you'll go to the jail. So Stalin, he just revoked Russian Orthodox Church in 1943. When he wanted just to keep under control people and give them more faith than only in bright communism. But all priests which were sent to concentration camp were released, but they went through KGB school. So basically all of them were KGB agents. Until now, I guess, the same way.
Unbelievable. This is so an incredible time. to be alive, to be part of this great country. I'm so happy Lena went through what she did to become the citizen that she has. We're going to be back in a few minutes after a little bit of a break. Again, Cindy Gross, the Jewish Patriot, Right for America podcast here at the America First Warehouse, live with Lena Rusiev, one of the greatest American patriots of our time. And that's the truth, baby. It's Joe the Box for the America First Warehouse. I'm with Magalangelo.vip. This crazy Russian. She loves this country. She really came here and can't get over it, what she does. And here at the America First Warehouse, we love and respect the work that she does. Here, Right for America podcast at the America First Warehouse. We're going to flash some of her work behind us. We talked a little bit about Ronald Reagan. Oh, and look who decided to come back from his lunch break. Johnny Blanket. What's happening, Johnny?
I was just running some very important errands and trying to keep America great, but really proud to be here with Elena. What an amazing story. And if there's anybody that can appreciate what freedom is all about, it's certainly somebody that lived in a communist country. Russia, no different than China. It's not nice. Unfortunately, she's here now, living in the greatest country in the world, has a citizen, and loves America as much as my brother and I do. To come into this place and to see her artwork every day, I'm telling you, I love it. I love to come in here, and I love her product. I love what we see and what she does. She's an amazing lady.
Somebody get Johnny a tissue. I think he's about to cry. You know,
Just
maybe you can
appreciate
paint
beauty
some
and
tears.
Artwork is incredible.
Yeah, it really is, Johnny. You nailed it. There's no doubt about it. Behind us is an interesting piece of the eagle that Lena sold. Some of the pieces that I'm going to show behind him have already been sold. These other pieces are available for you if you go to a website or you call her at the telephone number that we'll keep bringing up, or you go to you can email her as well. Now, I happen to have some special paintings I'm going to show you later that I am willing to sell. That's part of my personal collection. But behind John, over his right shoulder and Lena's left shoulder, is a beautiful picture from the Masters. Is that correct, Lena, with Donald Trump playing golf?
Yeah, absolutely. I love this artwork because it's full of peace, you know. He looks so peaceful, so confident here. I feel like after a whole week of working and destroying American enemies, finally he played his golf. And of course, he's the best of the best everywhere in golf and in politics and in business. So I just admire this man because he has such a huge spirit to hold so much hate, so much dirt, and even people try to kill him, you know. What actually it's narrative of your Democratic Party, as I see, because they killed Lincoln, they tried to kill Reagan, they tried to kill Trump, and they killed Democratic but greatest Democratic president JFK.
They are the Communist Party is capable of anything, all right, and we can see that. Behind us, you got the Flying Eagle. You did pretty well on that one. Where did that go? You found somebody that. How did you sell something like? Look how beautiful that is.
Yes, this piece is sold. It's in the office of a great lady. She ran for Senate, and I hope that she's gonna run again from New Jersey. Shirley Mayakusik. She has this eagle at her office, and if you'll take a look closer, it has "We the People" quote on top of eagle. So I'm cheering always bold American flag colors. I'm cheering Constitution, and you see that this eagle just taking higher and higher, and it represents American will and American power, power of American spirit. You know,
It's a beautiful.
it's unbreakable,
It is unbreakable, and
and
it's
it's
getting
so
better.
high that no pests can reach it out from their dirty puddles.
I can't help but feel so proud when I see those American Eagles and the American flags and your work. You know, before any of this started, before we loved Trump on The Apprentice, my brother and I were raised in a family that was very American, very patriotic. Anything that had to do with the Marines, we knew all the verses, the songs, except for the second verse. I had to work on that one. But, you know, our country was so important. I have eagles on my tattoos are all eagles with American flags. My dad had one on his arm. Mine is on the left arm because I drove a truck, and I wanted everybody to see that. So the American pride has always been in my blood, my brother's blood, and then to be part of this like we are now and to see Elena's work, I want it in my house, too. Oh, it already is.
Yes, it is. I'm going to hold this one up over here because this is the next one, Lena. Can you tell me the story of this? I mean, you know how I feel. I feel like one nation under God. We pray every day for God to come back to the nation. And this you was inspired. Tell me about this.
Absolutely, you're correct. It's one nation under God, which cannot be divided by any enemies, because American spirit is much stronger than any communistic agenda. And here, exactly on this painting, I showed how Trump is getting blessing from Jesus on a sunrise with you see sky painted as American flag as well. So
Prayer
you
under
see
there, or-
absolutely, and there is Psalm 91st, which in Russian Orthodox Church people say is the strongest one, which protect people who have faith in their heart from enemies. And during Second World War, when a lot of Russian people went fight fascism, real fascism, they kept this prayer on the paper in their pockets just to be protected by God.
What a beautiful piece of artwork. What a beautiful message, too. How much are we selling this for, Joe?
We're selling this right now. We're having a special deal over here on Easter Sunday only. We want to sell it for everything we can. Every nickel will go to Elena and what she's doing and to continue her. Because when you talk about the artist, she couldn't show her product for so long. But I think that this verse is worth reading. Do you mind if I read it?
Go ahead.
For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so you will not strike your feet against a stone. You will tread on the lion and cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent, which is the don't tread on me sign.
Absolutely.
This is a very powerful verse. You prayed that when you went to bed at night in Russia? All right, we got a couple more minutes left. Can we come back to me? I don't know if you can see, or Johnny, either side. There's a few pieces up there, and maybe you can give me a new one in the center we'll look at. But behind Johnny, if you just look over your right shoulder, you got, Superman, Super Trump. Yeah, there you go. You got Superman, Super Trump. Tell me about that one. That's like a no-brainer.
So this piece painted on a copper sheet. It's done in this way to show that American history, American leadership, it's not easy to break down. So you know that steel and copper, it lasts forever. So this piece will last forever in American history, at least image of our best president as a superhero who fight for United States and each of us. Remember how he said that I'm on their way, this why they hate me, because they are after you, not after me. So this is why they wanted to just wipe out this person, because they don't like people out of their sandbox. And all this Washington belt with all their money and powerful people set up by, again, British Empire, their vision of the world with all this new order idea, it's not going to work anymore. They're so upset that Trump destroyed their plans. And see this painting, it's it's dedicated, actually, all my art dedicated to
this
Trump's
one, I
fight.
should have this one in the warehouse. I hope my wife is watching this one. Tony, we got to get this painting over here. This is magnificent. The color blows me away. He's coming in on the lion, just like the prayer had said, and he's ready for battle. He has no mercy. What they did to us is nothing what's coming their way. I love freedom.
I love freedom as well. So this painting was dedicated exactly to history of our civilization. Let's go back to the Roman Empire. Everyone remember how it got wiped out, how it crashed, because they had too good life. I guess they got their own democrats in power who just destroyed army, just destroyed all institutions which are supposed to keep empire strong, and then barbarians like German ancient tribes from forest, they just came and they destroyed Rome army. So here you can see like Trump is guiding, riding a bear, a wild power, wild forest power, which means that there is zero elite, spoiled kids from rich families and their spoiled parents. They cannot destroy with the people. Like normal American hardworking people. Sooner or later, they will show you our teeth. Like we will show you our teeth and we will tear apart all this new world, whatever order agenda.
How
Make
can
sense?
this? Yeah, it makes total sense to me. Johnny, makes sense to you?
Yeah, I think she put so much thought into all these paintings. It isn't that she's putting it up there without having a history and a background. I didn't know, you mentioned before that some of the artwork that you do is on different canvases. So it's
Yeah,
not a
absolutely.
regular canvas. It's either a deer skin or a piece of copper or, you know.
Wow.
Whiskey, American whiskey barrel tops, and I buy skin from American hunters to make art really wild.
And Joe, you told me that she hunted that down.
Well, listen, I have the
Skinned
true
it and
story.
painted it.
I have the true story on Lena the Russian, and we got a minute and 25 seconds to tell you about it. I don't know if you can get to this one in the background with Trump swinging the axe in medieval times. It's actually printed up, and I'll pull this one over because you definitely have to see this one. It was painted on a deer skin, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, like nothing. Well, here's what happened.
You know,
That
it's not only about art. Let's paint something to inspire others. I want to cheer masculinity because Democrats, they try to defeat men as a man. They poison kids that to be a boy it's bad, that masculinity can be only abusive and everything is toxic. And everything set up in purpose because they want guys nowadays, like nowadays Earth and men have low testosterone level and be like girls, you know, all those democratic men, look at them. If they will break nail, they will cry over it. They will never go fight, literally, because when man is so spoiled and so emotional, it means something wrong with his hormones. So with all my art, I try to cheer masculinity because it's not toxic. I want somebody strong beside me, right? And
me
our country
strong,
needs
man
somebody
strong, like Bull, like President Trump, like
Exactly.
Johnny Blanket. We got a couple seconds. We're checking out for a little bit. We got 2 more segments with Right for America, Cindy Gross, the Jewish patriot. Thank you. The America First warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land. I'm with the great Lena Rusiev, the Russian artist that God brought her here to this country. Her story is amazing. The work she does is even 10 times more. My brother Johnny Blank brings tears to his eyes, right, Johnny?
Oh my God! You know that's when you know a good artist. You walk in and say, "Holy cow! Look at that picture, man! I love it."
Exactly what Trump said when he saw my art first time,
Did
you
he
know?
really? And he loved it so much he uses that as icon in everything that he sends out.
Yeah, it was his birthday when he got familiar with my art and with myself. So it was my
I
honor,
loved
actually.
it. I saw it before I met you, and then when I met you, like put it together that she's the woman that painted this that Trump loves on every one of his messages. His little icon. I think that's what they call it. But totally impressed and very blessed to come to a place that I go to every single day, and have to walk past all these. You know, my brother changes around, but they're always exposed. They're always shown, and we love it. We love it. We love America.
Thank
we
you. I
love
appreciate.
you. And,
Well, Lena coming here for so many times and all the different events that we've had. We've had one of the great ones that I loved was the fashion show that Cindy Gross put on right for America. She gave us a beautiful fashion show here at the warehouse, and Lena was walking around with the MAGA dress. But I think you had one with the founding fathers. Look at this. Would you look at this dress? This was designed and painted by Lena Rusiev, the Russian artist, and it has her famous logo of Donald Trump. And it says drill, baby, drill. I just want to give you what she was saying because she said it in Russian, but I'm going to translate it for you. Drill, baby, drill.
I'd be afraid to wash that. You have to put it in very fine delicates to wash that. You don't want any of that paint coming.
John, yeah, well, I'm sure she takes care of her dress, Johnny. That's very good, though. He is concerned on how the market does get, our clothes cleaned. We want clean clothes. We want good business. We want people to make a good living. We'd like MAGA Angelo to make a couple of dollars if she could. We're looking people to buy some of her beautiful artwork that's on sale. Everything's for sale, and I'm going to talk to you about some of my pieces that are for sale, too. And, of course, I always make sure that MAGA Angelo, she's my favorite. Now, behind us, we have another new picture over here, again, of Trump with the army. Is that the army logo?
Absolutely. It's Trump army and Trump in a fire leading through this hellfire American folk to the brightest future, to great future, actually, to golden age, right?
Are these paintings that have been sold already? Or
Yeah.
are they just out
Yes,
there
this
still
one
available?
is sold. Previous one is sold. New York Post covered my art show, and they made a huge article on whole page about my art. And journalist was so nice and genius, and he called me Megalangela from New Jersey.
Can you put up that New York Post cover? I see it there on one of the corners. And what's important about that was a time when the media and the was kind of friendly, weren't they? Were they friendly at that time?
Newsmax, yes, yes.
The Post, though,
absolutely.
I mean, because not when did they say no good with America First art, no good with your ideology, no good with your Western ideas? When did they?
So whole Manhattan actually told me that. I was so naive that I painted whole collection, like 40 paintings of Donald Trump, and I wanted to set up my first art show. And I was hoping that I'm gonna have a lot of people. It's pretty controversial subject of matter, so people will talk about my art, and at least they will remember me. But instead that, I met just a fury reaction, It was not just silence. They started dropping to me so dirty messages. It was bullying from whole world. It was moment for me as an immigrant when I realized that Democrats, they are not actually kind people. It's not people who are pro-immigrants. It's not people who are pro-freedom. They are pro their own sick ideas. Until you agree with them, you are good and they will be kind. But if you dare disagree with anything what they say, they are ready to smash you. Literally, physically harm you and smash you. Is it normal to text and call to landlord who let me in with my art show saying that we'll come, nobody will survive? And then New York Police Department told me better to cancel this art show because it's enough to have one seeker who is going to come and literally explode the building. It's just art.
Is this Russia you're talking about? Or is this
I talk about New York.
He's talking about New York, Johnny.
Manhattan, heart of Manhattan.
Unbelievable. Sad.
And it's like, I see it too. We have, Johnny and I, we always enjoy going in and out of the city with our ultra MAGA van or with the big old MAGA truck with all the labels and logos on it because we're so proud of this country. And every once in a while, they get upset. We went to a Tesla dealership. They wanted to protest a Tesla dealership. And I'm like, what are they protesting? I did pass a Trump guy. I love Trump on the back of his big Tesla car. I pulled up and gave him a card. He was all excited about it, about the America First warehouse and what we're doing over here because we don't have any fear. We love Lena Rusiev. We love the work that she has. If you can give me the other shot behind Johnny, there's another great story over there that I love this one. It's on the right, John's left shoulder, and it's Trump wrestling a lion. And when I show that picture, I often tell people it's me because, you can't really see it, but it does kind of look like me. This time it looks like Johnny Boy. What's the story between Trump tearing a lion's jaw open?
So It's a biblical story about Samson tearing Job lion, and here I put Trump tearing apart lion as a communism, as a symbol of communism, because communism in this country grew long teeth, long sharp teeth, and I just wanted to show in classy way. It's oil painting done in classy style. Probably it's not perfect. A lot of people who studied art and who have a lot of pronounces, they will say it's not the best one, but I take it.
I got to say, I love it. I think you nailed it because, right, it's not that you're creating the essence of a man and what Trump is doing in a biblical fashion, like Samson tore the mouth of the lion. This is what Trump is doing for us here in America, saving the country.
It's crazy though when she talks about all these people that tried to stop her from promoting her artwork. You know, patriotism is what we have left in this country. Without our country, the world's messed up. Our whole world would be messed up if it wasn't for Trump. But to have, like my brother said before, when we go out traveling and we promote our America First warehouse trucks and equipment, they go out of their way to give us the finger, to yell and call us names. And, you know, I said, I don't know, did we ever see that from our side, giving that out? And, you know, I'll ask anybody, hey, did anybody get mad when they see, oh, they didn't see any Biden or Democratic signs, so there's nothing they could get mad about.
Right, no signage, no rallies and stuff. It was a big lie. So, did you paint Kathy Holschel with the American flag on her face? Kathy Holschel, did you say it was?
Not yet.
No, you're not gonna either. You'd have to put horns on that one. That's not gonna happen. This one over here is another beautiful picture that you found here at the America First warehouse, and I could never really understand it. It looks like a fractured America, broken America, because of the mirrors that are on there on the flag. What motivated you for this painting?
You know, here's a lot of cultures, a lot of people from different countries, because America basically is a country of immigrants, established by immigrants. And we have here different people with different mindset. But main message of this country till 2020 was that it's supposed to stay solid. People supposed to love each other, respect each other, and just share this land because it's huge and beautiful land and everyone can achieve their own goals. But within past 4 years, we saw how America is falling apart. And I used mirror mosaic, not anything else, not just paint, because I want everyone who just passed by this painting, every viewer will be able to look into his own or her own eyes through this mirror. Because when you look at the art, when you look at the painting, you try to understand what artist wanted to say. Here is my message. I want everyone to look to this mirror and see own eyes and own soul and decide what exactly you want to this country, what today you do for best good for this country, what you do to make future better.
And we love immigrants. We want immigrants to come in, but they want them to simulate us and love the country as much as we do too. Otherwise, why would they be here? And that's what our problem is. We let all these people that hate our country and destroyed it so that we're looking at an artwork that's all fractured and broken, because that's where we're at. We got to get it together.
I want to make one small remark. After elections, I have one page for myself on Facebook and one page, Lena Rusieva Art, is basically for my art. And sometimes I scroll down to take a look what's going on. And I saw right after election, next day, tons of promotion of colleges which offer almost for free to take a college degree studying Marxism and socialism. Right after election, this November, Facebook and other social platforms, probably you didn't recognize it, but they started to promote Marxism and socialism education. And you know that any country without good educated folk cannot be a country. It's a base, it's a core of your country to have properly educated people. And your country was just breaking down people since preschool probably up to master degree or whatever degree they are getting. They were indoctrinated with different stuff which just ruined their love toward their homeland, and they learned 105,000 genders, but they have no clue what countries are on the border.
A lot of truth there.
They don't have a clue about anything. And we're done with it. We're sick of them. And we're done for this segment. We'll be back in a little bit with MAGA Angelo, right for America. Okay. We are going to be moving over to this side.
May I ask after that we are seeking help to put.
Yeah, that's right. We're back. Joe the Box, Magalangelo, Johnny Blanket. We can't give you our real names. Those are our real names. We identify as such. Right, Johnny Blanket?
Yes, I do. I got you covered. And we're going to get started on this segment over here to the artwork that I really am impressed with. And just love to come into work and see it every day.
Well, this is the one that Donald Trump said, I love it so much, right? Maga, where's your, you got, yeah. So this is
Absolutely.
it right here. So you can stay right there. Oh, don't get stepping on your dress over there. This is the first one that I found and saw. How did I get this one?
You or Trump?
Me. How did I get it?
So after Trump bought it actually for himself and hang it in Office 45 in Bedminster, when I met you, I guess you're just so big fan of Trump that you said you want one for yourself. So here's it.
And I noticed that it's signed by Paul Manafort, who went to jail by these communists that attacked him in the beginning of the Trump era in 2016. And Rashim Kaleem was part of the War Room. Do you know that?
Yes.
He created the War Room with Steve Bannon. Well, anyway, I have that one. It's not signed by Trump. It is signed by
Yet.
Paul Manafort. You can get this artwork at Magalangelo.vip. You can give her a call on the number we keep flashing up there, and she will give you a pricing on that. This one over here below President Trump is General Flynn. How did we get this one?
You are my greatest inspiration, Joe, because
I'll tell you how I got it. I said, Lena, General Flynn's coming over to the warehouse. I said, General Flynn, Lane is coming to the warehouse. Would you sign a piece of artwork? And he said most definitely he would. And General Flynn was here. Johnny, remember General Flynn?
What an amazing man. What an amazing story. And there's a lot more to come from him and what he's going to accomplish and help make our country great again.
If you love General Flynn, you can have this painting signed by General Flynn for a special offer only today. You'd have to call the warehouse, ask for Teresa. Would you step over a little bit closer to us? Because we have a few more up here on this side of the fence. And this is, up top, the most beautiful First Lady ever to walk the face of the earth. I don't care what they say, other than the First Lady of the warehouse over here, I must say. Can you tell us how this one came about?
this art piece, actually, she's the first lady of this collection. Whole collection, as we mentioned before, calls them Free America. So Melania actually is the first lady which appeared in this great collection. I'm sure it's going to keep extending and we'll have more ladies who love this country, but she definitely deserves to be the first, because how all democratic world rejected her, such a beauty. They didn't want to put her on any magazines, right? They didn't want to take a picture of her or interview her, just just because they want to show how miserable and disgusting they are actually trying to put us down. But I guess she deserves even more.
am honored. I am honored to have the first lady of the collection, of the Freedom Collection, right? Was it Free America Collection? Is that the name of it? Well, this is so amazing. I am blessed to be part of that. Below over here, I don't know if you recognize this guy. He's known as the Honey Badger. And this one, he's coming. This guy. Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah, Steve Bannon. I can't wait to see him in person and shake his brave hand.
He is a brave man, a brave American, and what he does for us and the truth that he pounds out on a regular basis. It is not signed, but it will be signed by Steve Bannon, and Magalangelo will be here also, so we can really get this right. Now, again, you can get this at Lena Rusiev at the Magalangelo.vip, and you can find out, how to get one for yourself, because my collection is mine. However, every man has a price.
Yes.
Right? And this one is not signed by Steve Bannon, but this one is signed by General Flynn, and I am willing to part with that for if anybody loves Flynn the way I do. We're willing to part for that, and that will help Magalangelo. How we doing on time? 5 minutes and 31 seconds. Let's move the camera a little bit over here. Don't get the new one yet, because I'm going to be talking about that. Johnny, come on over here with me, too. This is an interesting piece as well. I'm going to start right up here with America's Mayor. Johnny, got any stories about America's Mayor?
America's Mayor, who I was involved a lot with helping him out with my brother, and I don't know, I think it was months since we known him, and then we just went down to Florida to visit him, and I stuck my head in, what's the matter with Joe? He's awfully quiet. And he didn't even know that we were twins. He thought you were.
This is not a good story over here, because I'm very good with and tight with Mayor Giuliani. He didn't know I had a twin, but he did think I was one of the hardest working men on the job, because I was in and out, but I really wasn't. I was in once, and John was in once. This painting was done, and look how he captured it. I'm going to tell you what, Maga's got some. She is something else, because she really got Rudy. His eyes, his mouth, his smile. And when we brought this out for him to sign, he was in tears. He couldn't believe it. This is signed by the mayor. Rudy Giuliani himself has been a great friend of ours at the warehouse. He will be back again. I promise you that. And again, if you think that this is something you might like to have, I'm willing to part for it, because I want to help my friend. I'll get the next one in the series. All right? Melania is number one. Let's turn over here a little bit. I'm going to come on this side to try and capture over here, Bill, if you can capture the FBI director and the border czar. Tell me.
Tom Homan is the best guy ever, I'm so proud to have him as a friend of mine, because I'm a legal immigrant. 100% I support this guy. 100% I'm gonna call and tell where all those illegals are hiding in any deep corner, any darkness, because we have to get these people out of country. It's dangerous. They have to go through a certain process to be able to be here, because it's honor to be here. It's a privilege, actually.
I love it. I love the way she put it. I'm going to come back to Tom real quick, but let's go up to on October of 2023 when Kash Patel was here. And that was before he was going to be the FBI director, right? Did you get some time with him?
No, I didn't, because at this time I was campaigning for Trump in New York State. So
I
had
you
to
know,
knock the doors and talk to people.
Magalangelo, I want you to know that when I pulled this out for Kash Patel to sign, he was in tears. He couldn't believe how beautiful it was. This is a one-of-a-kind piece. You're going to have to really, really want this one. But again, Magalangelo will make any one of the Free America pieces for you. I'm going to talk to you real quick about the one below over here, because Tom Homan's our friend, right, Johnny?
Oh, my God. We love Tom. We have a lot of quality time with the mayor, and especially Tom Homan. He's a man's man, and working for the greatest president of his time. And for me, to have quality time with him, he blew my mind, and he's a really good friend of ours, too.
He is a great man, and he had signed this painting down here, which I can give you a real good deal, because he'd really like me to get another one, because he said that he looks a little chubby there. I don't know. When I had...
Yes, well, he lost a lot of weight,
My
though.
pleasure to paint another one.
We're gonna. If somebody would like this one signed, they can get this one. And believe me, it's a beautiful one, because Tommy only got skinny very recently, with the zero carbs, right, Johnny boy?
Yeah,
Oh, that's the secret.
Either way, he looks great, and he looks great in that picture as well. So if somebody gets rid of it, we got to get another one for him.
We have about 2 minutes left, and this is my part of the the Free America collection, which to me is one of the best things I could have done in this place. When I put it around, whether it's on the Great Wall or whether it's in my office lined up the way we have it, this is the newest piece. We're going to slide right over here. It is not my piece, but it was a beautiful piece that Lena did. And maybe you can tell me a little bit about who this guy is. Come on over here, guys. Look at this over here.
This actually African American legal immigrant, I guess.
That's unbelievable.
Who is getting destroyed by crazy liberal world just because he supported Trump, which shows all their double standards and hypocrisy, right?
Exactly, because he was one time their favorite with the wanted to make it all EV mandated cars and electric. What a hero to save our astronauts. He's brilliant, and anybody that doesn't feel that same way about him needs some. I don't know, how do you change somebody that wouldn't think that he's the greatest?
Well, they loved him all the way through. They loved him when he built his car. He was environmentally friendly. But they didn't love him when he took over Twitter and he started changing the course of the American propaganda machine.
Yeah, when he
Friends
took
with
down
Trump.
censorship, actually.
Are you blocked on any of these? We got about 20, 40
I'm not
seconds.
blocked, but I'm in shadow ban, so I cannot promote my accounts. But my main message to Mr. Elon Musk, I would love to make your own piece for yourself, and I will be happy if you'll use it in same way like Trump as your profile picture. And Mr. Trump, my message for you. You promised me a while ago that you're going to sign paintings for me, and I will be more than happy if you'll mention that art, patriotic art, which you use across your social media, painted by Lena Rusieva, known as Megalangela.
Lena Rusiev, Megalangelo.vip. You got it. You can find it right here at the warehouse. Thank you, Cindy Gross, for your time and your show.
Pretty
We
good.
did it.